You can be listening to someone talk and your mind will take you on a thought, and it can actually take you into very deep feelings. But what you've actually done is you've jumped on the train, the mind train. When we jump on the mind train, it will take us into the past, it will take us into the future, it will take us anywhere but in the present moment. And it does it so fast. You can be listening to my words right now, and maybe one word I said, you left, jumped on the mind train, and you didn't hear what I said for the last 5 minutes. This happens all the time. It's so common. When you start waking up and you really, really want the truth of who you are, then you start paying attention and you take responsibility and you take charge of recognizing when you are on the mind train and you're not in the present moment, and you just get off the train. You don't finish the thought, which sometimes you will want to do because your body is addicted to pain and suffering. And where does your mind take you but to pain and suffering and to fear? So when you find yourself there, first thoughts might be, well, I want to finish out this thought. You need to stop it immediately and come back to what's happening right now. Be in the moment, look around the room, see what's happening. Every time your mind takes you, the more that you bring it back, pretty soon you'll start to not go down that road any longer. Even going into the future is a non-reality, and you will create fear in your body. You'll create the sensation of trauma and despair and pain and suffering just because your mind went somewhere that isn't real. This is how we maintain and sustain our own suffering. Our mind thoughts will take us into past situations, and then we'll stay there and live there. And if you start to pay attention, there's an actual physical feeling that happens in the body when you are in those mind thoughts. And many people are addicted to that feeling that happens in the body. It's an addiction to pain and suffering. And there's a part of you that actually gets perverse pleasure out of that pain and suffering. And this is something that you need to wake up to. When you wake up to, oh my God, I like to suffer, now you have the opportunity to begin to change it. If you don't wake up to it, then you don't know it, then you continue in your perpetual pain and suffering. It doesn't ever end. And then the fear of the future kicks in automatically. Well, when you recognize you're in the future with your mind, get off the train. Get off. Stop at the station. Don't even wait for the station. Jump off the train now, right now. Get off the train. Come back. But the mind wants to take you anywhere that will take you away from being with yourself, because the truth is you can't be with yourself because you have all this energy in your belly that is so uncomfortable that you can't bear to be in your own body. This is why the mind kicks in and takes us to all these other places. This is why we end up smoking cigarettes, doing alcohol, doing drugs, doing sex, going shopping. We will do anything to avoid being in our bodies because we can't be in our bodies. It's too uncomfortable. People start fidgeting. If you're sitting around having a conversation, pretty soon people are getting a little antsy and uncomfortable, and all that's happening is when you sit long enough, what lives in the unconsciousness, what lives in the emotional body, starts to stir up, starts to move around. It wants to be felt, it wants to be known, it wants to be freed. And because you can't do that, because you haven't done that, it gets too uncomfortable. And you get fidgety and you get antsy and you got to do something. You'll do anything not to live in your body and have to be with what's happening because it's uncomfortable, it's unbearable. But that's only because you haven't embraced what lives inside. When you start embracing, it gets easier and easier and easier to be present in the body. It's easier for you to stay here rather than letting your mind take you somewhere else. Your mind is your savior. It saved you from these dark places when you were young, but it's not saving you anymore. It's keeping you away from your very joy and peace and love and connection and bliss of being in life and being in the world. So when you wake up to what the mind is doing, then you start making a different choice. Oh, there I go, I'm in the future. The future isn't here. I lost my job, I lost my girlfriend. What's going to happen? All these scenarios start to come into play. And then you really get sick. then you really torture your body. When you get off the mind train and you come back to being present and let yourself feel what's being stirred up in your body because you lost your girlfriend or your job or your home, then you're actually doing some good for yourself. You're shifting what lives inside, and it's going to take you to deeper areas, because if you lost your home or your job or your wife or your family, there's a reason for it. It's because somewhere inside of you, you're trying to heal something that you can't get to consciously. So extreme situations happen to help get you there. But if you keep pushing those extreme situations away and don't let yourself feel what got stirred up in there, you'll draw a bigger situation to you. So these situations, these events come for your healing, for your growth, for your deepening. They give you the opportunity to find what lives inside. Take them.